thought I would have the Division 2 on in the background as I talk about Borderlands 3 because the games are in a similar
Come
genre.
on over,
You know?
take a look.
Hang on, is there anything? Nah. I'm trying to get through the world tiers right now. I'm almost at world tier 3, but not quite. Let's so let's just talk about Borderlands 3 for a minute. Um, so
Agent in need of backup.
hang on, let me turn off these background update sounds. Hang on. Whoa, why is it doing that? There we go. So, for me, guys, Borderlands 3 is looking to be one of the Game of the Year contenders for 2019. And on top of that, one of the best games of the decade. It's a do or die game for Gearbox Studios. So, when you think about it from that lens, you know that they're putting all of their chips on the table for this game. Now, let's get this out of the way quickly. Epic Game Store, I could care less because I'm a console player. I don't play on PCs, and so that's not an issue for me. And one of my biggest issues with playing Borderlands online, let alone online on a PC, is hackers and modders who ruin the online experience for those of us who don't do that. So most people would say, "Oh yeah, I want mod support. I want to cheat and make an infinite ammo rocket launcher." Let's look at why that has some problems with it as well. If you go on matchmaking and just go online, for example, and you want to really play the game and enjoy it, you're going to have this person come in. This happened in the other two games, who would just have a one-hit kill, infinite ammo rocket launcher, and it happened to me. I was like, we were trying to farm the boss, and then this person joined our game, and then this person went ahead and one-shotted the boss. It ruined the gameplay experience. And then the guy started raining down guns like from a modding tool and raining loot, making the whole game pointless to play. And it really irked me to play Borderlands 2 online. Borderlands 1, it wasn't as prevalent. Borderlands 2, oh my gosh. And I play on Xbox, which kind of explains that because people could just transfer their PC data right to their Xbox. But like, that really hurt the experience because I didn't want to cheat. I wanted to play the game online and find my own loot and play the game as it was designed. And that's my biggest issue with these RPG type games when they allow people to modify the save file. For me, I would not be so opposed to Borderlands 3 having an online requirement of some kind because that at least forces people to play the game and it doesn't let modders rain down modded loot in your gameplay sessions when you go online. Now, people would probably say, I'm complaining. I have no right to bash modders. They have every right to mod the game. Of course they do. On their own game instance. Matchmaking, this is where it gets tricky because you have these modders going online and ruining online matches for people. Now you could say, well, you just get some friends who don't mod. Well, yes, that is one option. But how about modders don't have the tools to mod online? How about that? And I don't know how you would do it besides an online requirement of some kind. Or an online synchronization that forces you to retrieve your stash from the server. If you were playing, for example, on single player, you would access a locally stored stash, but there would be an online cloud version of that maybe that you could access when you go online. I mean, I don't know what it would take, but modding online to me just really ruins the experience because I don't mod. And a lot of people don't mod. I feel like PlayStation is going to have the lowest amount of modding of the platforms just because it's not directly tied to PC, where it's much easier to run modding tools and modify the save file. Look, I don't care if people mod on their own game and cheat and go God mode, whatever. Go ahead. Go ahead. You have every right to do that. But going onto a public game and ruining the experience for those of us who want to actually enjoy it is just so freaking childish. And children play the game, and I understand. They want to do that. It's, you know? It's like when I was playing Grand Theft Auto back in the day and I used the cheat codes. But again, I wasn't playing with other people. I was playing on my own console, by myself, and that was fine. But when you start going online, it becomes an issue, in my opinion. And I experienced it firsthand. So for me, I would not mind it if there was an online requirement of some kind. And I know it's an unpopular opinion, but just think about the pros and cons here. If it's an RPG style game where your whole goal is to level up and find loot in a journey, and these people are just cheating their way to victory and ruining the online experience. I mean, that's kind of what modding leads to. Give people mod support locally, a local save file, I don't know, but that's fine. Just don't link it up to online, and we're good. Then we're happy. So yeah, that's just kind of my take on modding in Borderlands 3. Now, the Epic Store fiasco, it is going to hurt the sale of this game a little bit, but I still think it's not going to be a huge dent. I think it's going to be a minority. I think enough people are going to buy it on release to have impressive numbers, although they will not be as impressive as a multi-PC with Steam support would have been, obviously. I mean, people are so loyal to Steam and really despise the game store. Oh, they hate it. They really hate it. Oh, fuck you. And so that's just my opinion on it, guys. And everyone has their own opinion. But if you've played online and it been ruined by modding, you know what it's like. You will know exactly what I'm talking about. You will absolutely know. And when I'm playing Borderlands, I want to find my own loot and really earn it. You know, go through the game, farm bosses, or just find cool hidden chests. Like, and then use the loot I find and figure out builds. And that's just my opinion, because some people, they just want to cheat and become infinitely powerful with a mod, a hack. And then they go online and they one-shot all the enemies, one-shot the boss. They, you know, and that's what they want to do. That's what they desire to do. But not everyone online wants to experience that. So it is a tough line. It is a tough line. If you're modding on your own instance, I have absolutely no problem with it. That's absolutely fine. But when you start one-shotting bosses in matchmaking and ruining it for everyone else, that's kind of annoying. See if I can get an upgrade and actually get to the next world tier. That would be great. If I could load this fucking gun. Does that help? I need a pistol. My pistol's trash. It actually does. Ooh, this actually does help. I'm getting closer. I just need a good freaking pistol. This pistol sucks. And I can't find a better one. I mean, I have to play some more. I have to grind some more missions to get to the next world tier. But yeah, this game right here though, pretty darn good looter shooter. It is a more tactical based third person shooter, but the loot system is solid. The loot drops are good, and the AI is good, so the gameplay is engaging. And that's what matters in a game of this style. I have no doubt Borderlands is going to have great AI, great, levels and environments, and obviously great weapons and skill systems. I am very confident that the core game is going to be amazing. But modders, they may or may not decide to do what they want, and we'll see if the game requires an online component. I would be very interested to see if they say that, because they already took a hit from the Epic announcement. So if they took a hit from the Epic announcement, then there's a possibility that saying an online requirement is going to take an even bigger hit, and I don't even know if they can afford that. They might be on damage control. It's pretty clear because they delayed the Epic announcement so that they wouldn't get as many views on that announcement as the second one. And so far, it looks like they are getting fewer announcements. Who the fuck are you? Oh, the hostage situation? Yeah, just kill him. um, so, yeah. My prerogative is just want to play the freaking game. Borderlands, man. It's one of my favorite all-time series. I just played the first two, and that was fantastic. The other ones didn't interest me as much. Pre-sequel was like a dumbed-down version or less complete version of the other two. I heard that it was just a slightly different experience. Probably a solid game, though. But 3 is looking to be the game, and Gearbox needs it to be the game. If Gearbox does not make this game exceptional in every way, then they are going to suffer, and they are going to really, really regret. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh, without sound effects, it's not good. Actually, I could respawn right at this control point. Playing The Division while talking is actually not that easy. Especially when you're not using sound effects. Oh, man. But, I also guess, since we're on the Borderlands topic, I'll talk about the characters I'm most excited about using. So, obviously, Mose, or Mose, I don't know how the hell you pronounce her name. The fucking Titanfall mech suit girl? Come on. That's hype as shit, guys. You get a Titanfall mech in your Borderlands game. That's amazing. And it looks like she can blow it up after she's done with it. Like, the Titanfall, literally it's Titanfall. Which is pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. So they got the Titanfall thing going on with her, and as she's the soldier class, she's going to have the most gameplay tied to just raw improvements to her gun usage. So the soldier class generally has improvements to their, reload speeds, their handling, their accuracy, their crit damage, ammo regeneration. These are all key things that soldiers do in Borderlands. I have no doubt that she's going to have similar abilities. Perhaps she'll even do more explosive damage, which is another thing I was thinking. Because she has a big shoulder shield, and I felt like that would be thematically cool that not only does her mech blow up, but maybe she specializes in explosive damage, grenades, and weapon attachments. That would be dope. Then if you look at the other character I'm super stoked about, and I made a video about him before, Flak, the Beastmaster. I mean, I already made a video on Flak, like what I thought about him, but just even more so, the character in a co-op setting, for example, with the other playstyles, he's going to be the sustained, crowd controller type, really the tactician in a lot of ways. Well, the assassin and the guy with the fucking clone, he can turn invisible and things like that. Flak is going to be the one laying down the suppression of enemies with all of his little beasties, and that's going to be great because you always need a character that can kind of break the defenses of the enemies. Oh, how the fuck did I miss that? And so Flak, I feel like, is going to be key in team compositions. In fact, if you had a four-person team of just Flak, the Beastmaster, it would be a really good team. Because you would have more characters. Oh! Yes! I will take that. I will take that right now. It's been a while since I got new sunglasses. Ooh, yeah. I'll take the light sunglasses. Thank you. Not bad. And Flak is just going to be pivotal. Flak's going to be amazing, and I definitely will do a playthrough of Flak. Probably going to start with Mose, or Mose. And I may give what's her name? Alondra, and the sniper hunter style guy. I'm the least interested in him just because I feel like I already played Zero in Borderlands 2, and he's seeming to have a lot of Zero with him, with maybe some drone technology. I don't know. I think it's like a mix between Zero and Mordecai, and that's okay. It's not terrible, but it feels a little bit like we've been here and done that. I'd like a little bit more new in my Borderlands than what I'm getting here with this character, which is why I'm probably not going to use him until later on. Just my opinion, though, guys. We'll see when the game comes out. We will see when the game actually launches. It'll be fascinating. It'll be fascinating to see what happens. Oh, fuck you, your damn drone. Like this is gonna be uh, the sniper guy. He'll have a little drone like this. You can use a clone to stealth people, and that's cool. But we already have had that before in Borderlands. Fuck your drone, son. Fuck your fucking fuckity drone. Uh, I don't like single player in this game. I will say that. Um, it is. And look at this thing chasing me. Get out of here. This is definitely a better game co-op than it is single player. Um, Borderlands, I feel like I enjoy it almost the same amount either way. But, of course, co-op is more zany. And I do really appreciate that Borderlands 3 is allowing us to do the instance loot drops. That's great. Because anyone who's really into looters knows that that's important to have that option. Especially if you do like a raid boss and you're trying to fucking farm and shit. That was death right there. Did I really fucking hit that pole? I did. You'll be dead. Uh-huh. And also, Borderlands has a very intriguing skill system. So, if I were thinking of the other classes, since we're on the topic of Borderlands 3, let's just keep going here. And I already talked about Flack. I thought that he would have the different characters, the different creatures as his skill trees, where you could then thematically upgrade like a Skag tree, a Spider Ant tree, and the Jabbermon beast tree, with different specialities within that. But let's look at the other characters and what I think they may bring to the table. So, Mose, I'll call her Miss Titanfall. But she obviously is going to have some upgrades to her mech. I have no doubt that there is going to be a tree that enhances either the cooldown of the mech, the abilities that it has, or possibly the way you can blow it up or the elements that it can utilize. Can it eject you from the seat? Can it go autopilot without you? I have no doubt that these are possibilities for the mech. I would probably love the option to be able to run around while the mech suit does its job for me as like a big summon, because that lets me still shoot on the ground, and I love the gunplay in Borderlands. So if the mech can do that, that'd be awesome. But another thing, that, again, as I was mentioning, Mose the soldier, she appears to maybe be aligned with explosive damage. And of the characters, she seems the most in tune with that. Although the Siren punches you in the head, but she's probably an element type, I would assume. But let's just say that, Mose is really into explosions. She would be great with Torg. She'd be great with Vladov, and she'd be great with possibly Atlas or Tedior, possibly as well. I feel like the more industrial guns are going to work for her, which is why I think Vladov is going to be amazing with Mose. You see those freaking rockets that the guns have on the bottom? I was so hyped when I saw that. I was like, oh yeah, we got rocket launchers, baby. We got grenade launchers, rocket launchers. It's so hype. And I think she would benefit from those. And then if we look at, and I'm sorry, I'm totally blanking. I don't have the notes in front of me, guys. The sniper class. He's probably going to have skills around, of course, snipers, invisibility, his cloning ability, and then possibly crit damage, and as well his drone. We saw him use a drone, and I bet that drone, like Bloodwing, is going to have several different abilities, possibly being able to mark targets from far away, maybe shock or paralyze them, or drain their shields. And I think he's going to really love the lightning element. If I had to pick one of the elements, I think he's going to love his lightning element, and that's just my take on that. And again, all the characters can thrive on all the elements technically, but for example, in Borderlands 2, Gage loved electricity and fire, so you usually went with that. Whereas, the Krieg, the Psycho, he liked fire, and more fire. So there were some things to consider with those. I feel like right now, thematically, I'm seeing a tendency for these breakdowns as well. And likely the sniper is going to like electricity. Mose is going to probably like explosive damage and regular fire rate. And then you have a Flak who might be a jack of all trades when it comes to the damage, but he may benefit from shotguns and closer range guns. I don't know. I just have this weird feeling he might be better with close range guns, and I don't know why. I just think he might. Because for me, if you have these beasts running out, he might want something close to protect himself. So maybe he's good with shotguns. Maybe my boy likes his shotguns. And if he does like shotguns, I called it. Oh, what the hell are you? And then you have the Siren. Again, I forget the names. I'm sorry. I'm not looking at my notes. I apologize. But, the Siren is looking to be just a beast with elemental damage. Maliwan is probably her preference. Although, who the hell knows? I don't really know. These are guesses. This dude's stubborn as shit. Oh, he has a friend behind him. Oh. Your friend's dead. What are you going to do? Haha. Where's that son bitch? So, the Siren, Aria, or whatever her name is, she is probably going to like Maliwan. So, while she punches you in the head with her friggin' arm ability, I have a feeling that she can do elemental novas and stuff with that attack as well. I just am guessing from other Sirens in the universe of Borderlands. So if she can use, like, fire in her fists, for example, or other sorts of elements, you got your corrosive. And actually, now that I think about it, Flak might like corrosive as well. And maybe the sniper. But she is probably going to love just her elements in general, no matter what they are. she'll like them. Uh, and preferably fire being of the preferences the one to go for. I just feel like fire is traditionally like, you had the Hellfire in Borderlands 1, and Lilith and the Hellfire apparently were god tier. I never actually really used Lilith all that much. I was Roland all day, every day in Borderlands 1. But, like, I know from reading about it that she was just a god tier when it came to the Hellfire SMG. Fuck off. When it came to that SMG, she was all over people with it, like melting without much problem. Enemies would just die when using the Hellfire with her. Hmm. And when you look at those classes, that would kind of be a nice breakdown. Yes, you can use any gun, any element type you want, but there might be a slight preference between the character classes. Also, are we getting any other types of element? I don't know. I really don't know, guys, what we're getting. I don't know what to expect. Oh, look at that. Can I fucking steal it? Am I allowed to? Yay. Did I just fucking take this shit? This was a territory. I was just playing just shit for fun, and I realized, oh, maybe it is a territory, actually. It's weird playing this game without sound, I swear. It's like a totally different experience. Like, I'm hyper-focused on just looking at shit right now. Is there a tech cache up here or something? I think there is. How the hell do I get this one? Let's see. Well, there's a backpack. That's not it. Now, is it underground or maybe above me? It's probably above me. Oh, no. There is something up there. Huh. Cool if you could fucking drop that down. So I know there's a way to get up there. I'm assuming it's that. If I had to take a guess, it's that. Oh yeah, it is that. Of course it's that. It's a ladder, for goodness sakes. Oh man. And now people with the Epic Game Store, look. Oh my god. Oh, this is annoying. I can't fucking grab it. There we go. Let's try this again. And not kill myself. Okay, now that I'm up here, there it is. Yeah. Is there a weapon box? There's this. Okay, this is the big thing, body armor. I have a feeling that I can't jump up there. Huh. There's really no weapon box. I find that so hard to believe. Oh, what's that? Wait a minute. Wait a second. Nope. I don't think there is. I'm done here. So yeah, that's I was just deciding to talk about Borderlands for a bit, guys. I know I was rambling. It wasn't really an organized video or anything, but yeah, I was just rambling. So I think I'm going to end the video there because I don't have anything else to talk about in terms of Borderlands. But yeah, when the game does come out, I will be playing it. I will be basically only playing it. So guys, Cyclone signing out. See you guys around.